Here's the snapback. Here's the kick. He's got the leg into it. If it is good, and it is! Austin scores! A 49-yard field goal, and Indiana leads 27-24.
Oh, it's an end around one to throw. Page looking at the quarterback, and it's a touchdown! Page times Leno! Penix rolling out of the pocket to a strong hand. Delivers deep down the field. Caught, touchdown! Fry Fogel again.
Welcome to the OEO podcast. I'm your host, Michael Bragg. You can find me on Twitter. It's at Bragley, Braggley. We have a treat for you guys today. We are back to full strength off the IR. Everybody's here. That means that we're here with our co-host. That's Brandon Dubich. Brandon spelled traditionally Brandon or Dubich, D-U-B-I-C-H. A little rusty on that one. Brando, what's up?
Glad to be back. We are still a thing. LEO forever.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot his Twitter handle. It's at Brandon Dubich. Brandon spelled
what's
Dubich, D-U-B-I-C-H.
Highlights.
Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose.
There it is. And that
all jokes, great content, LEO podcast.
That voice from the background, that is our producer, Seth. You can block him on Twitter if you haven't already done it. It's at SETAH5, SETAH5. What's up, Seth?
I'm probably adding to my list of things I have in common with Robbie Hummel, Purdue, Valpo, and tearing the same ACL twice. So, you know, if you're going to copy somebody, go all the way.
So that's official, huh?
If there's anyone you want to buy stocks, it's Robbie Hummel. Like, I feel like he's just went meteoric rise into the announcing world. Like, you couldn't go anywhere throughout March without hearing from Robbie Hummel, which wasn't a bad thing.
Okay. Quick question.
Not a bad thing.
Has he hit his ceiling? Is ESPN his Big Ten ESPN his ceiling? Or can
Probably.
he make it?
He's not getting his own show
medal
or anything. He's not getting a gold. No.
He get off the
In the
gold
3-on-3
medal.
or
3-on-3
whatever.
is not whatever, dude. Get out of here. He couldn't go up and down a court for 20 minutes if his life depended on it. I don't know how he can even play basketball, and you can't even make it onto a softball field. So
I got half of one inning.
I don't want to talk about it. You should have never been where you were in the field, and you didn't listen. You didn't listen to me. You didn't listen to your wife, and here we are without you on the team. So
What are we talking about today?
we're talking a couple new transfers and commits. Actually, 4 to be exact since we last spoke. We're going to talk about a fun little ditty with the college football playoff that came out yesterday. Yeah, it doesn't matter. This week. And we'll talk about that. We'll actually let Seth and Brandon do a lot of that talking because I don't really know a whole lot about it. So we'll talk about that, and then we'll just do the normal stuff. We'll do Brando's Randos, tap into your sack a little bit, and then we'll get
I got a packed Brando's Randos.
Ready for this. Can't wait.
Stacked.
All right, let's talk transfer commits first. So for the 2024 class, IU now has 2 commitments. The first one coming in on the 29th, which was that was Saturday, I believe. Saturday. Tight end Brody Kosen out of Clarkson, Michigan. A 6'6", 225-pound tight end. Brandon, do you know anything about him? Seems to be more of the AJ Barner type kind of deal, right? So I would think kind of
I mean, look, he's 215, right?
Yeah.
Like he's not an inline blocker at all. I love the offer sheet. He was nice, right? You had a mixture of ACC, Big 12, SEC. The offers were nice. So we'll see. It's good to get commits. He was our first. I was getting a little worried because like sometimes you get that random January, February pop, and it's May. Well, I guess it was April when he committed, but still, you like to see some momentum. You like to see Uncle Mo.
Love Uncle Mo. Yeah. So how many first commits have been tight ends for us recently. It feels like it's been forever, right? Didn't we get
I feel like we've been
Brady
rolling with
something?
tight end. Brady Foley.
Brady Foley, wasn't he one of the first ones, or Ryan Miller, one of the two, was one of the first ones last year? And then I feel like that's been a
from
kind of a thing.
Ohio.
Yep, both of them from Ohio, I think, right? So well, I guess Ryan Miller and I can't remember, man.
I think
It's just
Foley's
so
from
much,
Tennessee. I think
maybe. There's been so much
from Tennessee
movement, so it's kind of hard to keep track. Okay. So next one, a new one as of I want to say it was yesterday, right? Yeah, yesterday, 5-2. Big boy, Mitch Verstegen. Sorry if I messed it up. He's from Kakana, Wisconsin. And the ties here, obviously, are with our new O-line coach. This guy is let's go back to Brody real quick. Good offers. Duke, Kentucky, Pitt, West Virginia, athletic basketball player, good guy. So back onto Mitch, the interior offensive lineman, 6'4", 300 pounds right now. So they've got him listed at 24/7. I'm assuming this is ties with our new O-line coach, Brando.
Yeah. Unlike Brody, he does not have the offer sheet that that Brody has, but in coach we trust, right? This is his backyard. This is where he's coming from. He's a big boy. Give me every Wisconsin lineman possible. I love it. It's unsure where he'll play. He kind of has the size for a tackle. So we'll see. I haven't read enough to see where he's definitely going to play. But I'll let the coach figure that out, or Seth. Who knows? Seth probably figures out. I got a quick question though. Who names Wisconsin towns, and why are they awful? Like they're not even words. They're just like random
so a lot of
letter.
Hold on, because Seth's about to give us
American names. So that's sometimes why they don't always translate cleanly.
I do feel a little bad if that's true. If I just
it is like
Mechaniquac,
true.
Anawanek, Wassa,
Mississinawa.
They're all like,
God, this is gonna be so offensive, but it's
our Native American tribes.
It sounds like
for sure.
Like, that's not words, pal. That you can mumble. I don't know what you're saying. That's what I feel like every time I see a Wisconsin town rant over.
I mean, their biggest city.
Well, here's the thing though, about his
American
last name. Give me his last name one more time.
Verstegen.
Yeah, that's the name of a lineman I want on my team. I've watched enough Minnesota, Iowa, and Wisconsin linemen who have names similar to that, who are just road graders. So give me more guys.
Yeah, Verstegen messes some dudes up, especially it's from Wisconsin. You guys are happy I'm back, right?
Yeah,
just offending left and right.
I apologize to any listeners that may have offended. Hopefully nobody. Hopefully they understand the lightness of the joke. So again, the only other offer at South Dakota State. Nobody. I mean, a couple people looking at him, but I mean, I'm sure somebody will pick him up somewhere. Wisconsin will show some interest maybe along the way. I mean, a local kid, big guy. We'll take them all. That's fine. Don't care who their interest is from. Just give me a big guy from Wisconsin, like Seth said. All right, on to the 2023 transfers. Again, these are just new ones since we've last talked. First one, let's talk about, stick with the O-line. Let's go. And there's kind of a theme here with all four guys we're talking about. Another interior offensive lineman, Noah Boltikoff, not Bolitnikov.
Another great lineman name.
Yep.
Another great lineman name.
TCU transfer would be a red shirt sophomore. I think he but I think he fights for a starting position in camp. Big dude again, 6'5", 306 out of Rose Hill, Kansas. Brandon, have you done any research on him? He played zilch for TCU.
Yeah, so I mean, I think he'll be battling the Cleo Bensons, the Zach Carpenters, guys that have been in the program for a while that really have had a highs and lows. So I don't know if he starts. He will certainly play. We've seen the good Zach Carpenter, we've seen the bad Zach Carpenter, we've seen Cleo Benson turn into a turntable. So he definitely gives and he very well he could start. Arn sharpens Arn there in the inside offensive line.
Brings experience, man. I mean, even if they didn't maybe deserve to be in the national championship game, we talked about this, Seth. Get that look off your face. He brings experience. I mean, he was there. He's been through the battle. He's won the Big 12. He's done all that stuff. They didn't even win the Big 12, did they? No, they lost the Big 12. That's right. So yeah, he's been through all of that stuff. Next guy coming in, a guy that's been through maybe not the full ringer that Noah's been through, but at least has had some sort of experience. Brady Archer, a tight end transfer from Stanford. He'll come in as a true senior. I think a red shirt senior is what they've got him listed at. A good blocking tight end. Not a ton in the receiving stats, but he's got the ability over the middle. I've watched a few of his highlight tapes. Fairly decent size, not massive for what we usually recruit, but about 6'3", 230 or 260. I can't remember which one he was. About 260, 6'3", 260, what you would like to see in a good blocking tight end on the edge, but has that ability to kind of block out across the middle. Have you done any research on Bradley? I'm sorry, I called him Brady. Bradley Archer. Any research on Bradley? A newer recruit.
I haven't. I mean, you read the same profile that I read him. He's a blocking tight end. I think he's going to help. I think we've talked all off season. We're going to keep talking. This offense needs to be run oriented, and that's what he's going to help at. Right? He's an experienced blocking tight end. So
yeah, well, that's it. I mean,
that's where I see him. The biggest thing for me is I love this Stanford pipeline. Like, they're our new JV program. I'm loving it.
We'll take it. That's fine. We'll take some kids from Stanford. They used to be good.
Sorry for all you Stanford fans that I offended today too. I apologize.
Yeah, the Cardinal. Don't call them Cardinals. The Cardinal.
Stanford trees.
The Stanford trees. So you can do that as
well. To be fair, when the Stanford Cardinal were really rolling, tight end was one of their biggest positions. They had Fleener, Hooper. They had a bunch of, it seemed like there for a while. Parkinson most recently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kobe Fleener, he was nice for a bit. So yeah, anybody coming from Stanford, you're going to get at least a decently educated player as well. And then he's got, as I said, he's coming in as a senior, so have a decent amount of experience. I think his career highs were last year. I think 3 catches, 30 some odd yards. So not a ton of stuff, but you know what? If he's going to come in as a blocker, we can use him in the run game. Love to see it. It's something that we haven't really had maybe for 2 years. Is that right? And Zach Ertz too, right? From Stanford. So yeah, so somebody to see on the end of the line here. Speaking of people that are usually on the end of our line, we're going to go to Seth here on this next topic.
Quick, before we go, I think we have like 5 roster spots left. I think we had 7 before these 2 transfers. So like we have probably a handful left. We may go into the year with 1 or 2 scholarships remaining. Teams do that all the time. To walk on God for socials. But I would expect at least 3 more, possibly 4 more additions.
So. What though? So I just read an article today talking about how much talent there still is at the wide receiver position. I like our wide receiver room, but you can always upgrade.
Yeah, no.
Right?
I hope they keep filling in the trenches.
Okay.
D-line.
Me too.
O-line.
Yeah, I'm talking big boy defensive line, right? Like, I think our edges are okay. I mean, I honestly do think, and I think
Andre Carter.
Andre Carter is a all Big Ten player. He is very, very good. So to see him, if we could get him matched up with somebody else, like when we used to have you may need to help me with this. I think it's Greg Middleton, Jamie Curlew on the same line. That I would love to see something like that. Now those teams were bad, but they were very good. So yeah, that's something to keep an eye on as well. When's the cutoff date? We talked about this, I think, a few weeks ago. Is there a cutoff date for spring transfers? Just the beginning of the fall semester, right?
I'm sure there. Yeah, I wouldn't think it's till September.
Yeah. I mean, I'm ideally, obviously, these players would like to be in rolled and in school and in practice well before fall practice begins. So they're going to try to move as quick as they can, but still take their time, make the right decision. So we'll see what happens there. Okay, now let's get it over to Seth, and we'll let Brandon kind of chime in a little bit. I'm not going to because I don't know anything about it, but Seth, tell us about what's going on with the new college football playoff format, when it starts, what's going on, how many teams, all that stuff.
Yeah, so we're in that desert where there is like no new information coming out about anything football related. So I saw this pop up on Yahoo or Sports Illustrated or something like that. But essentially, they've released the 12-team format schedule sites for 24 and 25. And so I'm a little bit hype right now. It is okay. And first of all, it puts to rest any of the misconceptions that previously were held that they can't do a tournament in football. Because the way they've paced this out every 9-10 days really makes sense. They're doing a single game Friday night, or sorry, I think it's Friday night, but the opening kickoff weekend. Yeah, they're doing an opening game Friday night and then 3 games Saturday, which I'm sure probably paced out at like 1, 5, and 9. It was a full day of college football. And then they're doing the next is 10 days later on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, with the fiesta on New Year's Day, peach, rose, and sugar, or sorry, New Year's Eve, and then peach, rose, and sugar on New Year's Day. And was it the next round is January 9th and 10th, with the title being January 20th. So the way they've got it paced out is every 10 days. And you can easily see when this eventually expands to probably 24 teams, exactly how they can get an extra week in there if they squeeze it down to 7 days between, and operate it just like the the subdivision now. So it's a really cool concept. It seems to really fit. It blends the bowl sites. It gives kind of a 10-day window between teams to recover. And again, I think this is only in place for the next 2 years. So you can foreseeably see in 2026, they probably go to 16 and then 24, some derivation of that. But you can definitely see the template for how this evolves moving forward as we're going to continue to expand.
Yeah, a small note is the top 4 teams do get a bye. So those
the higher ranked teams in those like 5 versus 12 are going to be played on.
That's
campus.
what I'm so pumped about.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7,
Exactly.
8 get an extra
Huge.
home game. Like
Yep.
Burr for anything above like Kentucky. But like, how awesome would that? And I'm just throwing this out there. Obviously, it'd be cool if IU's in it. But like, could you imagine a game in Wisconsin, like December 20th? Auburn has to go up to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Like, that would be unreal. Like if let's just throw out USC, right? USC has to go to, let's say, the Big House. I guess that's Big Ten. You might see that anyway. But you get what I'm saying, right? Like games you would never see in December that you're getting on campus that aren't in bowl games with 25% attendance. That far, I'm excited about the 12-team format. Clearly, you can hear it in my voice. But the home team is awesome.
Obviously, this is fairly relevant to IU, this question at least. What does this do to the bowl games? Do the same amount of bowl games remain, or does this take away from any of the bowl games?
Yeah, so all the other bowl games are going to take place just like normal. I'm assuming that they're going to kind of space them out a little bit so there's nothing competing with the tournament. But those games are still very viable and still are feeder games to feast off the importance and give kind of something to do in between those big 10-day gaps. So that's the other thing. The NCAA has for once done a really cool thing in taking the best of a lot of different worlds here, and you're still making those lesser tier bowl games an exciting experience. And you're putting butts in seats, because absolutely what Brandon was saying is correct, is a lot of those bowl games, there was nobody there. And, even if it was, some of those Peach Bowls and things like that, where maybe there's 40,000 out of 70,000 seats filled. Now, those are situations where those seats are going to be full because those games are going to be important. Those fans are going to have an impact.
Another, I don't want to say cool, another note, but it's a cop-out note, is there must be at least one group of 5. But here's the womp, the group of 5 name. So Notre Dame is pretty much guaranteed in this top 12 every year, which kind of sucks. But like that'd be cool if there was like a Boise State or a Central Florida.
Tulane would have hosted a
Tulane,
game.
right?
They would have hosted a game this year, right? They were a top 10 team at the end of the year.
Like that would have been so cool. But they only need to take one.
Yeah.
And didn't they move out of the Superdome or whatever
they've got
thing is down there?
Play kind of both spots.
I was gonna say, but wouldn't you at that point like kind of try to find a bigger venue nearby too to maximize on? So I mean, there's so many different ways to have cool tie-ins.
Yeah, it'd be like UConn, right? UConn does the or is
that's
it
all I
Villanova?
had for you. But
Villanova that does the Sixers arena, or they're at their house, or they do or UConn does like their 13,000 seat arena, or they'll go to a 20,000 seat arena depending on the opponent. Cool. Is that all you have on that? Is that right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if we even made sense on any of that stuff that just happened, or that we were just talking about. But if it didn't make sense, or was choppy, sorry. I don't know.
Seth's fault. Seth's fault.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, his network name has cock in it, so it's probably got something to do with it. Okay. Cool. Super quick word from our sponsor, Monon Track Club. Yes, they are still sponsoring us because we have just let them keep doing it, I guess.
We're loyal. We're not dipping our toes in the sponsor portal. No, we are honoring our commitment to our sponsor.
I would like to
them.
I would like to enter the sponsor portal. But before we do, we are always, I will forever be an MTC member. MTC is Indiana's running brand built on a tough I'm just done. We're just not even going to do it. Who cares? Use LEO10 at checkout. Check out their website. It'll be in the show notes for sick gear, stuff like that. Their club runs are back up and running.
Mother's Day's coming up.
That's right.
10% off.
Get her a Monon Track Club shirt. They're nice shirts. I mean, they're not like cheap material. My wife wears mine around, like pajama shirts.
You know, they always want to go to the local farmers market. Well, you know what? You can support local business.
Yep. And if you go to a local farmers market, there's a good chance that the owner of Monon Track Club will be there. He's probably running it. So say hi to Garrett whenever you get out there. So either way, LEO10 at checkout, LEO10 at checkout. This is not usually how we treat our sponsors. We just have had kind of a rough night so far recording. So we do love MTC. Now let's get back to the show. Brando, let's talk about your randos, buddy. What's going on?
Oh, man, so I've been traveling a lot on a lot of planes. So I've been watching a lot of stuff. Netflix. I'm watching the show called Beef. You guys heard of it? Seen it? Watched it?
I've heard of
We
it.
have a friend who watched it. Cody watched it.
It's
Cody
pretty
watches a bunch of shit.
It's really funny. I highly recommend it. But basically, these two people get in this little kerfuffle, right, in a parking lot, and then decide to ruin each other's lives, like over nothing. So it got me thinking, who do you two have beef with in the Big Ten, outside the Big Ten? And is there anyone outside of the sporting industry that you have beef with?
Okay. As a host, I will take first shot at this one. This is probably not good for potential future business. But inside the Big Ten, my biggest beef is with Ohio State, specifically their fans, and their non-alumni fans at that. Considering probably the majority of although they do have a giant alumni base, I would assume the majority of the disgusting people that infiltrate Memorial Stadium every other year are not. And so I wish they would just never come. Outside of the Big Ten, biggest beef. I mean, if we're going outside of football, It's
Tennessee's number one at me. I mean, not only for
yeah,
that bowl game, they've
football-wise,
stole
Tennessee,
two
yeah.
basketball recruits. Their
I'd have to think
stupid
on that.
overalls just irrationally make me mad. It's the worst color scheme in possibly all of
It is
football.
pretty bad. Yeah.
So Tennessee's my non-Big Ten.
Okay. Non-sports,
And mostly
though?
with how they treated us. Like they were so nice during the tailgate. Like Southern hospitality. And then during the game, they were F star CKS.
Oh yeah. Okay, I've got my answer. I'm going to go outside of the Big Ten. I'm going to go outside of football, basketball, any of that, outside of the country. I'm going to go Manchester United. Probably my biggest beef there. I know it's not a direct rival of my team necessarily, but can't stand their fans as well. They're basically the Ohio State of England. They haven't won anything, but they act like it. That kind of thing. At least haven't won anything for a while. Non-sports. I don't know. I don't pay attention to anything non-sports. I don't have any idea. I don't know. I don't think I do.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna take a stab at this.
Oh, I got it. Real quick. Hold on before I forget. Hold on. Sorry. People that shop at Trader Joe's that don't normally shop at Trader Joe's, so then they're always in your way, or they go down the aisle the wrong way. There you go.
Tourist shoppers.
Great.
Yes.
That's
If you don't shop at Trader Joe's, don't go into Trader Joe's, because everybody that does shop at Trader Joe's shops at Trader Joe's and knows where everything's at Trader Joe's. So stay out of my way.
You will
not
love
wearing a
this
mask
show
anymore.
beef.
Not wearing a mask anymore. So now I can't. I still mumble things, but it's more of a verbal. I mean, Seth has known me to be probably somebody that gives off my emotion when I don't think that I'm doing it. So, all right.
Yeah,
sorry.
you've got some RBF going on. All right, so I will go a little obscure with my pick, and I will go with Minnesota, and specifically Williams Arena. That raised
barn.
floor at the barn is infuriating. I swear there's like extra condensation on there. And
Someone's going to Kevin Ware themselves, like without a doubt.
Well, Robbie Hummel did. Thank you.
Hummel. I knew that's where that was going.
That's where ACLs go to die. And so I will always have beef. It feels like every time we go to Minnesota to play football, every time we go to play to Minnesota in basketball, invariably you just want your team to come back in one piece because it seems like somebody's going to get hurt when they're up there. So Minnesota's my beef internally in the Big Ten. Outside the Big Ten, I still have a huge grudge against Virginia for what Kihei Clark and what's his name, Mamadou Diakite did to us. That's still the absolute heartbreakingest of heartbreakers. And my non-sports related is people who do not know that you can't make a left turn from the right lane in a roundabout. Just absolutely drives me asinine. It just, ugh.
I'd like to make a point on this.
You wouldn't make a left-hand turn from the right-hand lane if it was a stop sign.
Mm-hmm. So, my mother-in-law and sister-in-law came into town last week. We just had our third child. So, came into town last week to see him.
Outnumbered by little people, man.
That's fine. It's fine. The youngest one I can still beat up, so it's fine. So either way, they complained almost immediately because at the hospital, as you get off of the exit to get to that road, there is a like figure eight roundabout type deal, and then a normal roundabout. And immediately they were like, I almost got into 3 accidents on the way here, just getting off of the exit. And I'm just like, bro, it is so easy that when you are trying to get into the roundabout, all you care about is anything to your left. You don't look at anything else. You just look at any cars coming from your left. If there are no cars coming, you are free to do whatever you would like to do. Granted, you follow the street signs that are immediately to your right as you are entering said roundabout. It is not that hard. And their response is, well, whenever you do it every day, it's really not that hard. But when you don't, it's very confusing.
And the people who hit their brakes once they're in the roundabout as if they're yielding for other people.
Yes.
What the? For the love
I just
of
got
God.
in an accident because somebody did that.
Yeah.
Oh
Gosh.
my.
Can I guess where? Was it in Hamilton County?
It was.
Was it Campus Parkway in Oleo?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
That's an awful one.
Because that is
That's an awful one.
that is the number one spot, I think, in the state. I think it's the state. Like that is the number one spot for like the most accidents per whatever. So it's
Cars
great.
traveled.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure that's a stat. No, it was completely not my fault. And just someone who doesn't know how to work. And I mean, I drive fast, right? I was probably following too closely, but the person just immediately didn't know what they were doing and made an epically horrible decision that honestly cost me. But it allowed me to get my new Volkswagen Atlas
Nice.
at
There you
Noblesville,
go.
Tom
Tom
Wood.
Wood Volkswagen. That's right.
I was there today.
Look at
Get
that.
some air pressure.
Say hi to Pops.
No.
Oh, all right.
All right, I got more. You guys
Go
ready?
ahead. Yeah.
All right. Everyone loves a comeback story. Samson James. I don't know if you guys covered this.
You skipped one.
I know. I don't know if I want to.
We should talk about that one. I would like to talk about that one, please.
Okay, maybe we'll go back to it, but I like this
Okay.
one more. So everyone loves a comeback story. Did you guys talk about Samson James?
No.
He is back. He is a preferred walk-on, without a scholarship. I love it. I think, I welcome him back home. So my question to you guys: A, do you love a comeback story? And would you ever go back to a friend group, a company, a spouse, or when doors close, you are gone?
Okay. One, we do have those 5 open available scholarships. I would bet, I don't know if my newest born, but maybe my middle child, that he gets one of those 5 available scholarships before
It's likely.
fall
It's
camp
likely.
ends. And I made the mistake one time of going back to an ex. I'll never do it again. Never again. Lesson learned. And so, no, but I'm also very happy that he's back. Also very happy.
I am not one to burn bridges. But at the same time, you never revisit the scene of a crime.
Exactly.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Good for him. I mean, I don't have any issue with him. I wish him well. He did no harm to us. It's not like there's any bad feelings, but I mean, that's got to be weird. And Coach Tom Allen's the kind of guy who I think would foster an environment, be welcoming to those kinds of reclamation stories. So it's really cool. It's been an interesting story to follow next year, but how much relevance he has during the actual, in-game season.
Bragg, you're the only one that would know this, and this literally just came to my head. Who was the D tackle that committed and then decommitted and then didn't show up for fall camp, and then we brought him back, and then it just never worked out? He played maybe 5 games, and he was an absolute monster in those 5 games he played,
and then left the team again, or was kicked off the team.
Yeah.
Oh,
and this was for 3 or 4 years this went on. He was an absolute monster, but just Tom Allen just kept bringing him back.
It was right after Darius Latham.
It was.
Let me look at some rosters real quick, and then I'll let you.
All right. I'll bring up the next one to Seth while you're Googling this. Seth, you follow, obviously you do an IU podcast. You follow the happenings of the Big Ten. What is going on at Michigan State?
Oh my goodness.
They've lost 7 starters, including their quarterback
and top receiver last week. Yeah.
What is going on in Spartytown?
I think we've speculated about this before. They really were a smoke and mirrors team 2 years ago with all their roster turnover, and they really hit the gold with Kenneth Walker, the third, and they just whatever lightning in a bottle he had has clearly worn off for magic. Maybe I'm mixing terrible metaphors here, but that's really what seems to be happening. Is there is some kind of a toxic environment that people are running from. You do not lose starters. I mean, Purdue lost a bunch of starters on the offensive line, so eating my words here as I speak, but you do not.
You had a new coach. I mean, there were
understandably, yeah, and he's bringing in a ton of transfers and a lot of his guys, and I get that. But this is year 3 or 4 of the Mel Tucker regime. At this point, your guys are entrenched, and to have this much roster turnover, I don't want to say it's surprising, in as far as quantity, but the who and the where they're positioned on the depth chart is very strange for a Power 5 program that's not too far removed from prominent bowl relevance.
I'm going to offend some Michigan State fans. I'm just on a roll offending people. We called him a fraud. We knew it was a terrible hire. They're stuck with him. The buyout's currently at $52 million. I don't care how rich that alumni base is. No school is paying.
He's a bad boy for life.
Oh, for sure. They signed their soul to a fraud, and I'm not mad about it at all. He's going to burn down that program, which we've all said it. I use goal is to replace Michigan State. I use ceiling is to be the next Michigan State, right?
And your competition is Maryland and Rutgers.
Yeah. So, good. That's all I got to say. We've been talking about gifts, that Childish Gambino, good. That's all I got to say about what's going on in Michigan State. Bragg, anything to add there?
No, I don't.
No notes?
Other than I love it. No, I don't have anything else to add because the only thing that stinks though is that your boy's gone. So you
Ella?
can't. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, there it is.
Can't
So
make
you
any
can't
more
do
Bella
the Bella
Thorne
Thorne
jokes.
thing.
How many listeners
I got it.
Googled Bella Thorne? That's really all I want to know.
I finally found it.
At least
Harris.
two. At least you. Yes. Yep. Juan Harris.
Juan Harris, the 6'3", 360-pound defensive tackle. He was awesome. I think he played. Oh, I want to say he played. I think I can probably get here. Stats 2017. No, he would have played a lot more than that. But this is his freshman year was 2017. He was kind of on it. And he came back. And then I remember being like, is he going to play? Is he not going to play? Whatever. Either way. Can we get back to the question that you skipped?
Yeah.
I would like to talk about that.
So yeah, I'll answer it, or I'll ask it. You answer it. My Penguins didn't make the playoffs for the first time in 18 years. I'm from Pittsburgh, so I don't have an NBA team. I'm on year 2 of my MLB boycott, and I don't watch Premier League. So, like, what should I be watching? It doesn't have to be sports, but I'm going to Canada next week. I'm going to Germany in a few weeks. Like, I need things to watch. Help a dude out.
Okay. So if you want to watch some shows, some stupid shows that are funny, I think you should Leave on Netflix is one. It's just a dumb sketch show. Yeah. It's like literally one of the dumbest shows you will ever watch in your life, but it's hilarious. And then Dave on FX. If you don't watch Dave,
Hi, I'm Dave.
Amazing.
Hi, I'm Dave.
Although I really hate the episode that I'm on right now where they're making the music video. It's awful. Like, it's really, really bad. And I love that show, and I love Little Dicky, and I love everybody on it. And I just have been fast forwarding through it, hoping that it would end. Might just finish the episode. Sports wise, you need to be watching the NHL playoffs. I know that you are a Penguins fan, which means that you should not necessarily hate the Panthers, even though they were the team that got in over your Penguins. But my Panthers have beaten what have been called the best team in the NHL ever in the Boston Bruins in the first round, and have now taken
forever goaded for that
1-0 lead over the Toronto Maple Leafs in an easy Game 1 win. Watch the Panthers. They are a blast to watch. Game tomorrow. Game 2 is tomorrow.
So I'm
not watching the NBA. I don't want. It's fine. I don't care, I guess.
Yeah, I don't care about the NBA. My team that I want to see a Panthers Kraken Stanley Cup, and I want the Kraken to win it all. Yeah. Haven't watched a single NHL playoff game because I'm salty that my Penguins aren't in it. It's a shame. Sidney Crosby should have got a better team around him. But sure, I can pull for the Panthers. I have no ill will against the Orlando Panthers.
They're not. They're in Sunrise, Florida, which is Miami. But hold on, real quick. Are you going to talk about the Stars Kraken game last night? Stars Kraken game 5-4 last night. I think the first period was 3-2. Like, it was nuts. And the Kraken. I didn't stay up for the whole thing because I don't really care about anybody outside of the Panthers. But the NHL playoffs are a blast. I'm not going to push soccer on you anymore.
Say Panthers one more time.
Panthers.
So transitioning from one Panthers to another, my wife and I are smack dab in the middle of a Friday Night Lights watch for the first time.
Ugh,
It is fantastic.
stop it.
I'd run through a wall for Coach
Hot
Taylor.
Hot take. And when I'm watching a sports show, it doesn't have to be about sports. I love Ted Lasso. This season's a little weird, but I love Ted Lasso. I've watched other sports shows. I can't do Friday Night Lights. I went through the first 2 seasons. There's just not enough football, and the sports scenes are horrible. Horrible. Like, I can do the whole high school drama, soap opera thing. Yeah, that's kind of fun. But, like, you got to put some effort into the sports scenes. And Friday Night Lights, I think, is this is my hot take, the worst sports scenes of any sport TV show or movie.
Are they worse than the sports scenes in Ted Lasso?
% speed. It is so bad. But the soap opera stuff is so good.
The soap opera stuff isn't bad. The soap opera stuff is fun. Like, if I'm liking the soap opera stuff more than the football, it's tough.
Which team are you on? Are you Team Tyra, Team Lila, or Team Julie, or even Team Tammy? I mean, Coach Tammy Taylor's not bad.
Tammy Taylor's not bad. Lila, absolute smoke show. But
For sure.
I like what's the trashy one?
Tyra.
I'm Team Tyra. Team Tyra all the way. My wife just said I'm sick, by the way. She obviously is not Team Tyra. Give me the trashy one all day.
The trashy. I got to look up Tyra. Let me look up Tyra Friday Night Lights because I'm a huge fan of the movie. I will not watch the show because I don't want to watch the show.
If I've had too many beverages and I watch that movie, I'll tear up.
If I've had zero beverages,
there is no beverages I need to tear up.
Oh, I don't like Tyra. I don't like Tyra.
Oh, come on.
There's
who are you, Seth? Who are you?
Right here, maybe.
Okay, so again, the ages that they're portraying on the show make these conversations creepy, but like
Tyra's 37.
I know
in the like at the current time.
Oh, she was 37 at the time?
No. I mean, she just looks
they were in their
old.
like mid-20s though. Like it's
okay. I mean, I just sent a picture in the chat. That's okay. That's not bad.
She's fantastic. She's great. And Coach Eric Taylor's daughter Julie is super cute. I think she's like, I don't know.
I don't even remember her, to be honest.
Oh, she's great. She dates
we
Saracen,
tried like 5 years ago. We tried 5 years ago, so I don't really remember too much of it.
Yeah,
but
I gave him some crap for this too. Just now watching a show from 2000.
It was too close to home, man. It was too close to when I played. It's gonna be impossible to watch. That was already emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Too real, man. Too
so
real.
I'm definitely gonna give Dave a try. Give me something, Seth. Give me something other than Friday Night Lights.
He's gonna give you murder podcasts, stuff like that.
No, I was gonna tell you that next week's episode of Small Town Murder is from Trail Creek, Indiana, which is right outside of Michigan City.
I know Trail Creek very well.
So when I saw that, I immediately thought of you. I go, the only person I know who lives closer to this place.
They have an awesome like haunted maze.
Did they figure out who the murderer was? Because he was very clear about how
Yeah.
he knew that little town very well.
Somebody knows too many details.
I know that.
I'm gonna be like pulled up on a murder podcast. They're gonna pull from this podcast. Anyway, we're getting off the rails. That's all I got for Brand Push Rant.
Good. Anything in your sack, Seth?
Yeah, I got one. So one of the fun things to look at is when the draft, and they're always like, oh, these are the 5 Power 5 programs that didn't have anybody drafted. Of course, IE was on there. Here's a fun one though. When what was it? The what's the BCS? When you look at all the teams that ended up in a BCS bowl game, like it was a vast majority of the Power 5 teams eventually made one. Like I think it was like 80%. Obviously, Purdue was not one of them either, so I can't brag or do anything.
Purdue made one, right?
No, not a BCS
the Rose
game.
Bowl. It wasn't a BCS bowl.
Before that was before the BCS was
Okay.
implemented. So as this expands to 12, you're going to have 12 teams every year at least. what is the last Power 5 team to make the playoffs, or the team that has the lowest in the next 10 to 20 years of ever making a tournament game?
Why did my mind immediately went to Rutgers?
No chance. No chance.
Like Vanderbilt, I think, was one that came to mind for me pretty
I
quickly.
would think.
With USC and UCLA losing, there is a vacuum in the Pac-12. Give me either WASU or Oregon State. Both those teams
got some mo, dude.
I know they have some mo. Like, some team is going to come from the doldrums of the Pac-12. And for some reason, the Pac-12 will still be relevant because, it is like 25% of our country. So give me, I'm going out there, not because I think those teams are any good, but just because, like, the Rutgers, IU, I mean, it's still the Big Ten with USC and UCLA coming up, right? Like, it ain't going to happen.
Hold on. I'm not sure you understood the question.
Who's going to be the last team to potentially make it? Who's
the exact opposite? Opposite of what I'm saying.
Like Vanderbilt, Rutgers.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
Vanderbilt.
in
the SEC. Yeah. Vanderbilt for sure. It's Vanderbilt.
Okay.
The answer.
Okay.
Even more so than Kansas.
Yeah.
Well, Kansas now, they don't have Texas or Oklahoma.
Right.
Oh, wait,
So-
you're telling me that Cincinnati, BYU, Houston, and UCF aren't on par with that? I was
quite.
led to believe
quite.
that they
Not
were
quite.
replacing them.
Yeah, and then the ACC is such trash, right? So like Boston College is dead.
Yeah,
right?
Boston College could be one too.
But
That's
but
a
when
good one, Brandon.
when Clemson leaves, when Florida State leaves, the ACC is basically going to be the Pac-12, right? So like you got to look at the Big Ten and the SEC when you look at that question. You just have to,
because the schedule difficulty is just going to make the odds so minuscule.
Yes.
Okay. Same page.
Vandy, poor Vandy.
All right, my sack
right.
is empty, guys.
Good deal. All right, cool. Well, let's wrap it up. It's been kind of a long one. Maybe we'll see. We might just get about half of a pod out at the end. We had a little bit of some connection issues at the beginning. Either way, be sure to check out the pod. It's on Twitter. It's at podcast LEO. You guys already know that, but if anybody's new is listening, just check it out. Off season, not that crazy. During the season, nuts. So check it out. Be sure to download, rate, review, follow, do all that fun stuff. Tell your friends, tell their friends, tell everybody, tell your coworkers, put it above the water cooler at work. Do all of that stuff. Give us a rating. 5 stars would be fantastic. And leave, even if you don't like us, I've said it before, tell us how bad we are. Like, just say,
are you from Wisconsin and I offended you?
Yeah.
Leave us 5 stars.
5 stars,
say,
you can go nuts. But if you leave 1 star and you go at us, I'm taking it off. You're not gonna see it. I don't know if I can do that or not. But I'll text or email somebody at Apple or write them a letter, have them take it off of the reviews or on Google or whatever. Just be nice with the stars and you can be mean with your words. So, okay. Either way, love you guys. Elliot.
LEO. Happy to be back.
Elio.
That doesn't count.
One more
L-E-O?
time.
I heard it a little bit. He said it.
Elio.
He said it 3 times.
Leo. Awesome day. Leo. Thank you so much, Rick. I appreciate that. Leo. All right, great. Leo. Appreciate you guys. Leo. You're welcome, Dave. Have a great day. Leo. Have a great day. Leo. Appreciate you being here with us. Have an awesome day. And Leo. Oh, thank you so much. Leo. Well, thanks so much, Leo. Hey, thanks so much, Mike. Appreciate that. Leo. Appreciate you guys, man. Have an awesome day. Leo. Awesome. Leo. Leo.